Hey everybody, what's going on? It is a freezing cold, snowy day here. Over at the rental again, the one I've been working on, and I got a situation. God. Sorry, I haven't had my full cup of coffee here. I'm still waking up. Anyways, you know, part of the keeping your property safe is keeping the snow shoveled, the grass cut. I will do a video sometime on security because I've got some different things I do for security. A lot of it is just does your rental property look vacant. But anyways, I got kind of a totally different situation. I really try to keep the snow shoveled. It's hard to get in this driveway. But I've got neighbors that don't even want to park in their driveway or on the street. I've got a guy next door here, and so I'm kind of throwing out this video to kind of see what you guys would do or what do you think I should do. I'm not the type of guy that retaliates because I don't want a rock thrown through my window. So let me go outside here. I don't want to talk too loud because it's the neighbor next door. I've actually met two of the guys, pretty nice guys actually, and one has even apologized. But basically what's going on is they are parking on their front lawn, and then they're driving from their front lawn across their front lawn to my driveway and down my driveway. Occasionally I get people when the house is vacant. They know it's vacant. The neighbors know that your house is vacant, and they will park in my driveway. That kind of drives me crazy too because they don't ask. A lot of times they've asked, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's cool. It makes it look like it's like somebody's living there because I'll leave a light on or something like that. I said, but you know, you kind of got to be gone in the morning because I work there every day, or I may pop in. So it really just has to be like at night, and then when you leave for work in the morning. So I'm gonna go out there and kind of show you, try to figure out what to do. I thought about putting a rock there, putting, you know, a little fence there. I don't want to do too much work. I'm gonna be out of here probably in 2 or 3 weeks, and the new tenant will be in there, and they can deal with it. But for now, this guy just parks on his front lawn, and his guests or the other people who live there also park there or on the side street. But either way, he's got a corner house, and he's got spots all the way around, you know, on the street. Now you might say, well, you know, there's a lot of snow or they're plowing or whatever. No, most of the time it's clear, and they still don't park there. He would rather, I think the guy in particular that owns the house wants to park right in front of his door. So I do want to call the city. I don't want to do it now. He'll know I'm retaliating. But anyways, let me just show you real quick and then I'll come back in. Okay, so there you go. It's the house. He parks right there, and there's the tracks going across. This time he like plowed right through the pile of snow. I do have a couple piles on the sidewalk here, but when there's something here like my other work van that I got back there, then he'll go between right down the sidewalk and bust through those big piles. So either way, we've talked a couple times. Anyway, just want to show you that. And he can park all the way around the corner. He also has a drive on the side of his house, but let me go back in here. You know, I don't want any retaliation, okay? I'm a guy that can hold it. You know, my thought process is this. I don't mind giving a little in order to keep something else from happening. So, you know, for instance, when he first did it, I really didn't say anything. You know, I'm like, okay, this goofball drove, you know, had some guests over and just drove down my driveway or whatever. Second time, same thing. And then, you know, after I kept seeing it, I actually left a note on the car, on the wiper that's on the grass, and I said, hey, this is the guy next door. Could you please not pull over the lawn and come down my driveway? Appreciate it. And then I just signed next door. I don't want to give my name or anything. Not even my first name. If I remember correctly, I think the last tenant did have an issue, or 2 tenants ago had an issue with the person in that house. Either way, I was real nice, sent a note. The next thing I did was I actually knocked on his door. And I said, hey, you know, I left, and I give people a way out, okay, because I don't want them to just automatically blow up and go, well, you know, forget you, man, you know, F this, F that, whatever, start cussing at me or whatever. So I said, hey, you know, I know you got a few people over here. I don't know who's kind of pulling across the lawn and come down the driveway. I said, could you ask, you know, whoever, I don't know if it's this car or somebody else's car or whatever, you know, could you please, you know, not drive across the grass? Because, you know, it was happening at first. Those couple times I didn't worry about it was they were going across the grass, and there's a huge section, probably 10 foot, that is actually my lawn. And it wasn't really damaging it, but you can see there were some prints that were starting to get in the lawn. So they're basically driving over somebody's lawn, smashing the grass down. Not just, you know, messing up the grass, but if you keep driving on it over and over, you know, you're just going to kill the grass. You're going to have stripes going out off of your grass. The actual car being in my driveway, who really cares? You want to turn in, you know, you want to turn around in my driveway. You want to park in there for 2 seconds while you run in the house and talk to your homeboy, whatever you want to do. Fine, that's cool. You know, I'm down with that. I don't really care. But when you're going to consistently live there and drive down over the grass down my driveway, that's pretty bold. To pull out my terminology from the 80s, that is just bold. So I'd love to have your guys' suggestions. The last 2 times, like I said, I put a note on the car, and then I knocked on the door. He said, yeah, man, I'm sorry about that. Okay, and then I came back, and it was, and this is not this time, this is the last time, I came back, and I saw it again. He had went, like I said, down the sidewalk between the 2 piles. And he pulled up at the same time, and I kind of just sort of stopped, you know, stood there with my shovel as he kind of pulled up, so I know we must have made eye contact. I couldn't tell through his front windshield. But he gets out and he goes, man, I am so sorry. He said, somebody was parked behind me, and I told everybody, this is my spot. I want this spot. And so since somebody was behind me and I couldn't get out, I had to go forward across the lawn. So I'm like, all right, man. I said, good, because, man, I thought you guys hated me. You know, I'm like, oh, why do these guys keep doing this? You know, whatever. Just really thinking, being nice, you know. Like, hey, I'm okay. You know, all right. Well, I guess if you figured it out now, we're going to be cool. No, I come back again after 2 or 3 days, and they didn't go down the sidewalk because those piles got bigger because I shoveled again. He actually busted through the side, like I showed you, through maybe 2 feet of snow, and then came down my driveway. So I'm kind of frustrated. Again, like I said, I've got 2 or 3 weeks to finish this house up. You know, I'm going to do another video a little bit here, just kind of where I'm at with the progress. But give me a break. You're just blatantly being a jerk. You know, they just don't care. I mean, come on. After like 5 times and 2 times of literally talking to them about, you know, a note once, you know they got it. Somebody pulled it off the wiper. Knock at the door 3 times. I knock at the door and I talk to him. And then the 3rd time, him actually getting out and me talking. We talked about it. So after 3 times, if you're not at least trying to do it, then you're just doing it on purpose. So anyways, I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, put some spikes on, flatten your tires. I don't want to do anything because I have had houses. I've done things, not quite like that, but I've done things and it's ticked off previous tenants, and they've come back and thrown things through the front window. Okay, it's happened to me. That's the type of area where I have some of my rental properties at. So anyways, any normal suggestions? I thought about like putting a rock on the corner, but do I put rocks all the way up the driveway? You know, stuff like that. I don't want to install a fence all the way down there. That's just a lot of work. So anyways, there you go. Sorry about the long video. Let me know what you think. Also give me a thumbs up if you like the video or if you like the idea, because I'm kind of just going to post things as I go, as I'm working on these houses. This is kind of a newer channel here. And I'm just kind of showing you all the things I'm doing when I'm renovating these houses, putting tenants in, repairing things, and stuff like that. So also subscribe if you like it, thumbs up if you like it, but please leave some comments, give me some ideas, because I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to get anybody mad at me. And a lot of you might go, forget that, you are in the right. But guess what? Every night I go home and this person will be here all night long. They could do something, I would have no way of proving it. So I'm going to continue to be the nicest guy I can. Also, after we talk, I'm sorry, one more thing, I promise. after we had talked about, when he got out of his car and we had a conversation after we had talked about that, I actually went and shoveled his all the way down and shoveled his sidewalk all the way down. I don't know if he knew it was me, but just kind of like a, hey man, maybe this guy is kind of nice, man, I feel bad. Or maybe he told the people in his house, you guys stop going down the lawn. Maybe he's got, maybe his wife, his old lady's like, I don't care, that don't mean nothing to me. Or somebody living there is like, you do what you want with your neighbors, but I'm gonna do what I want. I don't know. You don't really ever know the situation. Either way, if it's this person's house or the person I keep talking to because they're the ones that are there all the time, you got to be responsible for your own property. You got to be, you're the man of the house, you're the woman of the house. That person, whoever is in charge, needs to take control and not let people, do what they want. Because at some point, probably the plan, once I get a tenant comes in, maybe 2 or 3 months after that, I'm going to start calling the city and say, this guy's parked on his front lawn. The city will, even if they take forever doing it, if I keep hitting up with, this is the address, this is the guy, there's a car parked here 24/7 on the lawn. It really makes things look bad. Anyways, the neighborhood is kind of a rough neighborhood. So a lot of stuff does happen here.